Today we're going to learn real Spanish phrases about getting dressed using two verbs, quitar y poner. In this song, you'll practice 8 essential clothing items. Learn how to say I put on and I take off, and see how these phrases change with the grammatical persons, I, he, and she. It's a fun, musical way to pick up reflexive verbs and clothing vocabulary without even noticing you're studying. Sumel, have you ever noticed how tricky it can feel to remember clothing words and reflexive verbs in Spanish? Many beginners get stuck repeating isolated words without really knowing how to use them in real sentences. That's why this song is such a fresh way to learn. You'll hear full sentences in rhythm and music, which makes the grammar and vocabulary stick naturally. And I'll share with you a simple tip to make it even easier. By the way, I'm Laura, and I help beginner Spanish learners turn simple habits into a solid Spanish foundation, with fun. With over 40 years of teaching experience, I know what really works and how to explain it simply. Real quick, thanks to DRS for sponsoring this video. More on that later. To really make this material your own, here's the plan. First, we'll listen to the song and enjoy it. Then we'll move into our Solid Capsule, where we'll explore key phrases and examples. I'll also share with you a simple but powerful strategy to master reflexive verbs. After that, we'll watch the song again in a slightly more challenging version. And finally, we'll end with our Say It Solid session, where you'll practice pronunciation and go over a few extra details, so you'll be ready to sing this song confidently in the days ahead. And don't worry about taking notes. You can download the lyrics, translation, and a fun practice activity for free. The link is in the description.
Solid Spanish con Laura.
Quitar y poner, quitar y poner. Yo me pongo el abrigo y me quito el abrigo. Yo me pongo la camisa y me quito la camisa. Él se pone el abrigo y se quita el abrigo. Él se pone la camisa y se quita la camisa. Yo me pongo la falda y me quito la falda. Yo me pongo la blusa y me quito la blusa. Ella se pone la falda y se quita la falda. Ella se pone la blusa y se quita la blusa. Quitar y poner. Quitar y poner. Yo me pongo el gorro y me quito el gorro. Yo me pongo la chamarra y me quito la chamarra. Él se pone el gorro y se quita el gorro. Él se pone la chamarra y se quita la chamarra. Yo me pongo las botas y me quito las botas. Yo me pongo la bufanda y me quito la bufanda. Ella se pone las botas y se quita las botas. Ella se pone la bufanda y se quita la bufanda. Quitar y poner. Quitar y poner. Y me quito la blusa. Ella se pone la falda y se quita la falda. Ella se pone la blusa y se quita la blusa. Yo me pongo la falda y me quito la falda. Yo me pongo la bufanda y me quito la bufanda. Ella se pone las botas y se quita las botas. Ella se pone la bufanda, quitar y poner.
How did you like it? If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe. Your support shows us it's helpful for you and motivates us to keep making more videos like this. And while you're there, write 2 clothing items you are wearing today in the comments in Spanish. What are you wearing today? All right. I'd have seen over and over as a student and as a teacher that exposing yourself to the material just once is never enough to acquire it. So I'm going to give you the 2-part proven formula to make it really yours. But first, real quick, this video is sponsored by DRS Abogados, a law firm based in Mexico. If you're in Mexico and need legal guidance, they're here to help. Your first consultation is completely free and available in English. Just mention SolidSpanish with Laura to receive this benefit. I imagine you really want to make this material your own because you're here. So let me share with you my strategy. It's a 2-part magic formula that makes forgetting almost impossible. The first part is called 632, awk. The second part is wise engagement with the material. But what does 632 awk mean? It's very simple. Watch the video once a day for 6 days in the first week. Then once a day for 3 days the next week. The following week, watch it 2 days. After that, don't abandon it completely. Keep it alive by watching it occasionally. In this way, you're telling your brain not to forget. Experts call this spaced repetition, and it's super effective. I've proven again and again that it really makes the material yours. But don't worry, this won't feel like hard work. These songs are designed to make repetition enjoyable, so learning happens naturally. I've put a lot of care into crafting them for you, turning practice into something fun. Stay consistent, and you'll see the progress. Before we move on to the second half of the formula, let's take a quick look at some key grammar points from this song. Quitar and poner. These are 2 very common verbs in Spanish. Quitar means to remove or to take away. Poner means to put or to place. But when these verbs are used reflexively, when the action happens to the person doing it, their meaning shifts slightly. In this case, we're talking about clothes. So when we add these particles, in this case, me and se, we add meaning. So they mean to take off something from oneself, to put on something on oneself. That's why in the song you hear little words like me and se with quitar and poner. These are reflexive pronouns. They show that the action is done to oneself, to myself, to herself, to himself, etc. For now, don't worry about memorizing rules. Just focus on recognizing the pattern and getting familiar with it. The song itself will make everything much clearer than any grammar chart. The more you sing it, the more natural it will feel, until one day you'll simply know it's right, because it sounds right inside you. In the coming weeks, we'll be uploading more videos packed with essential real-life topics. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them, and check the description for the links. Back to the formula. The first part is 632 oak, and the second part is actively engaging with the material. Interacting with what you're learning is essential to really mastering it and knowing how to use it. Repetition is king, but good old handwriting practice is the queen. And that's exactly where the activity worksheets come in. I create activity worksheets for every video, packed with interactive activities tailored to each topic. For this song, they dive deeper into these verbs, their reflexive forms, the sentence structures, and the clothing vocabulary. all in a fun, effective way. These downloadable and printable worksheets include word searches, sudokus, matching exercises, reading and writing tasks, and grammar capsules that explain key points in simple terms. Get your worksheets and print them out at home. You can even use leftover paper, a great way to recycle while practicing. The link is in the description. Now, let's watch the second version of the song. Spot the reflexive particles and sing as loud as you can. Don't worry if it's tricky at first. You'll get better every time. Watch the video, and I'll see you next in our Say It Solid session to practice pronunciation together.
Solid Spanish con Laura.
Quitar y poner. Quitar y poner. Yo me pongo el abrigo y me quito el abrigo. Yo me pongo la camisa y me quito la camisa. Él se pone el abrigo y se quita el abrigo. Él se pone la camisa y se quita la camisa. Yo me pongo la falda y me quito la falda. Yo me pongo la blusa y me quito la blusa. Ella se pone la falda y se quita la falda. Ella se pone la blusa y se quita la blusa. Quitar y poner. Quitar y poner. Yo me pongo el gorro y me quito el gorro. Yo me pongo la chamarra y me quito la chamarra. Él se pone el gorro y se quita el gorro. Él se pone la chamarra y se quita la chamarra. Yo me pongo las botas y me quito las botas. Yo me pongo la bufanda y me quito la bufanda. Ella se pone las botas y se quita las botas. Ella se pone la bufanda y se quita la bufanda. Quitar y poner. Quitar y poner. Y me quito la blusa. Ella se pone la falda y se quita la falda. Ella se pone la blusa y se quita la blusa. Yo me pongo la falda y me quito la falda. Yo me pongo la bufanda y me quito la bufanda. Ella se pone las botas y se quita las botas. Ella se pone la bufanda. Quitar y poner.
Now it's time for our Say It Solid session, your pronunciation check. So this song helps you not only learn grammar and vocabulary, but also refine your pronunciation each time you sing it. Remember, Spanish pronunciation is very straightforward. What you see is what you pronounce 99% of the time. Each letter has only one sound, especially the vowels. If you keep in mind that each vowel always has the same sound and never changes, your pronunciation will become much more on point than you think. Now, repeat after me and try to imitate the words as accurately as possible. quitar, poner. Notice how the final R is soft. A very common mistake for Spanish learners is trying to pronounce R's rolled where they don't belong. Here's a helpful tip. The final R in Spanish is never strong or rolled. Keep that in mind. You'll never hear such things as quitar or poner. Never. Let's do it again. Say quitar, poner, abrigo. English speakers, remember it's not abrigo, but abrigo. Gorro, chamarra. Yes, I know, the R sound is tricky, but don't worry. I've got you covered. I made a super catchy song to help you nail it once and for all, and I'll post it soon. Trust me, you're gonna love it. The link will be down below. Let's continue. These are very easy. Repeat after me. Camisa, falda, blusa, botas, bufanda, yo, él, ella, yo me pongo. English speakers, remember, it's not pongo, but pongo. And Russian speakers, it's pongo, not ponga. Here's a small but very important trick, especially for you Russian speakers. It can change the way you pronounce all of Spanish. The letter O will always sound like O. Stressed or not, it never changes. Never. So it's pongo, not ponga, and quito, and not quita. Now let's repeat. Yo me quito. About the letter T. The T sound is strong. T, as in Tokyo. Say Tokyo, Kitokyo, Quito. Don't soften it. It's not Quito, but Quito. It's like the first T in tomato, so don't pronounce it like the second T in tomato. Not Quito, but Quito. About vowels again. As I always say, vowels in Spanish are key. Remember, they are not diphthongs. Each vowel has a single pure sound. So avoid saying may or say. It should be me and se. Repeat after me. Él se pone. Él se quita. Ella se pone. Ella se quita. Muy bien. Each time you sing the song, keep in mind what we practiced today, and you'll see your pronunciation improve. No matter your Spanish level, you can have correct pronunciation from day one. Sing mindfully, and you'll notice big changes. And if you enjoyed learning reflexive verbs, clothing vocabulary, and practicing pronunciation this way, you're gonna love the next video. It follows the same method, teaching in the same fun, musical way. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. See you there.